What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Azkhalon, and welcome back to another Video Games Monthly unboxing video. We're gonna be opening up September 2023's box, and I'm so excited because I had GameCube checked, I had Nintendo 64 checked, and I had Sega Dreamcast checked. I recently got my Sega Dreamcast console. I dug it out of like dust and dirt from inside of our shed. It was having issues before I stopped playing it a long time ago. Like, it would play a disc for like 10 minutes, then cut off and, you know, like reset basically and cut back on. And so like I was playing like Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation back in the day, and I kept having to, you know, try to save before I knew it was gonna cut off to try to get through the game. But I got that fixed now. And so I checked Sega Dreamcast, so hopefully we will get games from all three consoles. But before we dive into the box, I have to say, this is my breakout episode. Like, literally, like, my face is like breaking out, in case you guys could see it. I was using a Dove bar of soap for a while on my face, and it was working wonders. And then like the last couple of days, I've been using like other soap, like my Old Spice body wash. That's not good for faces. So once I stopped using the Dove, started breaking out again. So I recommend using Dove soap to wash your face. It helps a lot. So this, I'm not getting paid by Dove. I just wanted to throw that out there. So in case you're looking like, man, that guy's got a lot of pimples, I look like a prepubescent teen right now. Okay, sorry, you're just gonna have to deal with it. But anyways, let's get into the unboxing. Oh man, let's go. All right, for those of you who don't know, and I'm not getting paid by Video Games Monthly either, but I do want to take the time to plug their subscription service. Video Games Monthly is a monthly subscription service where you can receive 3, 4, 5, and hold on, let me put my other hand up there, 10 games a month. Wait, 3, 4, 5, or 10 games a month. You go on their website, you check 3 up, 4 up, 5 up, or 10 up, which is the Power Pack. I think that's what they call it. You select your subscription service. They send you the amount of games per month in a box like this, delivered to your doorstep or your mailbox, depending on where your mail carrier places it. You open it up, you see all the fantastic goodies that you got inside, all these new games, depending on whatever consoles you have selected. And you can change what consoles you have checked each month too, which I think is awesome. And you go in there, you keep track of your games. You got to select the games that you already own. And if you get any new ones, you got to make sure you go in there and check it. Because if you don't, you may end up with duplicate games, you know, in the following month's box or whatever. The more games you decide you want to receive each month, you know, the higher the price is. I currently have the 5-up box. And so I think I pay $54.99 a month, something like that. So, you know, roughly about $10 per game. And so, you know, you get certain games in your box that's like over that $10 value. And so a lot of times with my boxes, I've been over the amount that I pay each month. You have a chance to get a 1-up card, which gives you an extra game. So I might have 6 games in this box. I don't know. It seems like, and last month was my first time going up to the 5-up box. Before I had the 4-up, and I got a lot of 1-ups. So I ended up with 5 games each month, nearly every time. But now that I went up to the 5-up, I'm afraid that 1-up is gonna kind of die out. I don't know if they're gonna send me 6 games, but who knows? We may open this one up and we may have 6 games. So let's get into the box. They also send you a goodie each month that's associated with video games, kind of like stickers, toys, little mini toys. They send Video Games Monthly stuff sometimes, like pins and all kinds of cool stuff. All right, so the first card is the Video Games Monthly card that you can win 3 free games if you post your box to social media. So they randomly choose one winner each month, and so that could be you. So if you get this subscription service, definitely post your box to social media, which is something that I keep forgetting every month. I even have members of my Asgardian community remind me each month, and I still forget. Anyways, all right, filling around here. Ooh. Okay, looks like I only got 5 games, so I don't think I got a 1-up card. I can't find my goodie. But I do feel, let me close the box so I don't accidentally look down and see what's inside. I do a blind unboxing video for you guys each month, so I don't look at the contents until I record it on camera. So I want to give you my genuine reaction. But we got some bubble wrap. Ooh, good poppage this month. So you guys can hear that very well in my microphone. Ooh, a lot of good poppage. Enough of that. All right, actually, I'm gonna turn the box away from me and open it up that way. So if I do look down, I'll see the top of the box and not the contents. All right, so filling around, it looks like I might have, or it feels like I should say, 3 Nintendo 64 games, which I was hoping for more GameCube, but whatever. Oh, I think I found my goodie maybe. There's some sort of jewel case, so might be a Sega Dreamcast game, or it could be a GameCube. And then I feel like maybe a GameCube box, because I think Sega Dreamcast all had the jewel cases, if I remember correctly. So we could get a Sega Dreamcast game this month. Definitely some Nintendo 64 though, because I can feel the cartridges. All right, let's see what this is though first. I don't know what that is. What is this? Some sort of pen? Wait, what? What is this? I have no clue what this is. It looks like a pipe from Super Mario Brothers, but it's some sort of like maybe pen or something. Yeah, it's definitely a pipe from Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers. So yeah, that's my goodie for the month. So I told you it's always usually video games related, or it's something from Video Games Monthly that deals with their stuff. So my wife just popped her head in, and apparently my dog Gidget perked up when I started popping the bubble wrap. She's not in the room with me, but apparently she perked up wherever she was. So thought I would share that with you guys. All right, let's get into the first game. So we're just gonna start with the Nintendo 64 games since they're on top. Hope I got some good ones. Let's see. Here's the first one. Y'all ready for this? Oh, it's blue. It is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Nice. This is kind of cool because I never played any of the Tony Hawk games on the 64. I've only ever played them on PS1, usually like when I was over at a friend's house and stuff like that. And for a while I had a PS1 when they, you know, kind of re-released them later as the PS1. I had that console that I had from my sister because she had gotten in trouble with it because she put she put glue in like the controller slot. She got mad at something, I don't know, and I had to let her borrow my PS2, and she did the same thing. So I took my PS2 back from her, and this is when she was little, and I took her PS1 as well, and so I got to play some Tony Hawk games on that console. So yeah, I'm excited to check it out on Nintendo 64 with that crazy Nintendo 64 controller. So let's get into it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, aka Tony Hawk Skateboarding, as it's known in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and parts of Europe, is a skateboarding video game developed by Neversoft and published by Activision. It was released for the PlayStation on September 29th, 1999, and was later ported to the Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, Sega Dreamcast, and N-Gage. I absolutely loved playing this game as a kid, and I played it on PlayStation whenever I visited a friend's house. I didn't have a PlayStation myself, but whenever I got the opportunity to play this game, and I wasn't even into skateboarding, but I just loved playing it. Like the first few Tony Hawk games were just like awesome, and they were like big parts of my childhood, like just having fun playing the game, doing the different skateboarding tricks and stuff. Like I had no clue what I was doing half the time, but they were still very enjoyable. All of the ports of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was met with critical acclaim, except for the Game Boy Color version, which had a more mixed reception. So the interesting piece of information that I discovered while doing some research about this game, the Nintendo 64 port was developed by Edge of Reality. While the port is very faithful to the original version and has all of the game modes, characters, and levels, the soundtrack was reduced, and the voices were removed to make up for the less space that a Nintendo 64 cartridge has, as opposed to the discs from like PlayStation and Sega Dreamcast. The blood effects were also removed because that's what Nintendo wants to do often. At least back in the day, they would do that a lot because they wanted an e-game rating. The only stage I could skate in was the warehouse in Woodland Hills, because in order to unlock the additional levels, I had to play career mode first. I figured playing this on the Nintendo 64 would be a lot different than playing it on PlayStation back in the day. I figured I would definitely have to get used to the controls, and plus the Nintendo 64 controller is so weird. And I was right. It took me a while to try to figure out the controls here. Having this game on the 64 is really cool, but it just reminded me how crappy the graphics are for the Nintendo 64. And how these graphics do not hold up. But I'm probably going to keep this game anyways just because it's Tony Hawk. I would like a PS1 version of this game later on down the road. Oh, okay. Looking at the controls. Okay. So the grind is the top C button. Oh, I think there might be something wrong with my Nintendo 64. The game keeps restarting. Oh gosh. Might have to take that to get fixed. I thought it held up in the shed outside. Oh yeah, it's like great. All right, we'll do free skate again. All right, let's see if we can do better now. There we go. Got a grind in. Hey, now we're doing. Oh, I couldn't hold that one. All right, now we're figuring it out a little bit. Wasn't high enough. Oh, and then the either there's something wrong with the cartridge or there's something wrong with my Nintendo 64. All right, hopefully this works this time because I got 2 more Nintendo 64 games that I have to record footage for. If not, I may just have to go to YouTube, unfortunately. All right, 3rd time's the charm here. There we go. Oh, I did a special. There we go. Nice. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. Guess I gotta get some air on that. Oh, it cut off again. All right, I'm gonna try the second game in a second, and if I need more footage for this when I go to edit it, I'm gonna go get the footage. But needless to say, I'm gonna keep this game. I don't know if the game's the problem though on my 64, but I guess I'll find out when I try the next 64 game. That really stinks. I couldn't give y'all more gameplay footage, but it's just not working right now. But yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, huge part of my childhood. Love the Tony Hawk games. All right, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the original one. We're off to a great start. All right, let's see what this second Nintendo 64 game is. I think this one's gray. I'm kind of using my downward peripheral vision. Is that still peripheral vision when it's down? I thought that's just side to side. But anyways, I'm using that to kind of see, and I think the cartridge is the normal gray. So let's see what we got here. Supercross 2000. I think I've played this game before. Was there a Supercross 64? I can't remember, but I think I've tried out Supercross before. You know me though, I'm not big into biking type games. Like, you know, this one's dirt bikes, I guess. You know, I'm not into motorcycle racers, dirt bike stuff. I had a Tour de France game that was okay on bicycles. So I don't know if I like this one, but I'm not gonna judge it before I try it out. So let's pop it in and check it out and see if I do end up enjoying it or I hate it like I think I might. Supercross 2000 is a 3D racing game based on the sport of Supercross. It was published by EA Sports for PlayStation and Nintendo 64 consoles on October 31st, Halloween, baby, 1999. The game boasts having recreations of factory bikes and realistic physics simulations. There's play-by-play announcing from ESPN commentators David Bailey and Art Ekman. Another cool feature of the game is that the tracks wear down during the course of a race, so it gradually develops into grooves and ruts, whatever the heck that means. The game received mixed or average reviews on both the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64. I am playing it on the Nintendo 64, so I was excited to kind of check it out, even though, you know, I'm not a huge fan of bike racing games, but I was trying to see if this was a game that I missed out on that I wish I had played as a kid, or if this was a game that I'm glad I didn't play as a kid and that I plan on flipping in the future. I decided to do a quick race for this playthrough. Oh man, those Nintendo 64 graphics. So boxy and blocky. None of these Nintendo 64 games hold up today as far as graphics are concerned. This is actually kind of fun, I'm not even gonna lie. Oh gosh, I'm struggling though. I think I gotta okay. I gotta ease up off the accelerator when I'm going over these jumps. I was worried that I wasn't gonna like this game, but I kinda like it a little bit. My Nintendo 64 has been giving me some issues. Oh gosh, this is hard to control. And so far in this game, it's working. I don't know if it overheated when I was trying to record some of the other games, but I'm still gonna take it in and get it checked out. So I kind of unchecked Nintendo 64 games for my next box. Am I in last place? I don't even know. But this is kind of fun though. Once I can get the controls down, I think I'll be okay. Can I use the D-pad? Actually, using D-pad is better than using the stick. This is actually kind of cool. I mean, the track is very short, which I guess Supercross tracks are short in real life. I don't know. I don't watch the sport. That's the only thing I'm kind of like about. But other than that, this is actually kind of fun. I'm probably going to keep this game. It's crazy how I play some game. Oh, you can crash into people and knock. Oh, I'm about to start doing that. It's funny though, like when I play certain games, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like this game, and I end up liking it. And then sometimes the opposite obviously occurs. It's like, man, this is probably a game I'm going to like, and then I end up not liking it. Yeah, I'm going to keep this and practice some more so I can get better at this. I don't know how long this lasts. How many laps do I have to take? Completed lap 4. It feels like I've completed way more than 4 laps. Well, there's another person. About to knock you off your bike, man. Come here. Come here. I guess you knock them off the bike, they're done. I don't know. Like the person got back up. I don't know. Okay, this is the last lap right here. All right, so I finished 7th. 7th out of 8 because I knocked that one guy off his bike. I'm a cheater, I know. All right, race completed. Okay, so that tells you how many laps you have, and right. This was kind of fun. My voice is cracking. Shaking my head. Actually, I finished 7th out of... Oh, there was 10 racers. Nice. All right, I'm going to try a different playthrough really quick. Quick freestyle. I don't know what that is. What is single race? What's the difference? Let's keep it on beginner. I don't know how to control it yet. Do I actually get... Okay, so in this one, I actually get to pick my course. Okay, cool. So you can race in Tampa, Florida, San Diego, California, St. Louis, Missouri, Anaheim, California. You can race at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, which doesn't exist anymore. All right, we're going to do this Atlanta, Georgia one and Georgia Dome really quick. Oh, you get to pick your racer. So they have real riders on here. I don't know anything about any of these people. This guy's from Baton Rouge. My wife has family that, you know, lives there and stuff. So I'm going to pick this guy. Oh, you can customize your bike. I don't know what rough and slick means for traction. Accelerate, top speed, shocks. Don't you want to be stiff? I don't even know. I don't know. I wonder what some of the other buttons do, like B and the C. But yeah, this is fun. I'm gonna keep this one. Oh yeah, I took off good that time. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. I'm in first, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, almost jumped over that that wall there. Oh wow, nobody passed me there. That was weird. Thought for sure they would. Okay, they're going slow around the curves too. Okay. Now it's an even race. Now let's go. Man, this is fun. I guess I like this better because the track is short, even though I was kind of like earlier, I was like, I don't know if I like that. Track's too short. Oh gosh. How do I knock people off the bikes again? I don't know how I did it the first time when I crashed into that one guy. Wasn't even race at first, but then I started messing up. There we go. That's a better turn. I slowed that guy down. Get out of my way. Oh, that guy's destroying me. Oh, the C button's changed the display apparently. Oh gosh, what just happened? Oh, I just hurt myself. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay. Oh, to that guy. Oh, got rid of that guy too. Okay. I just gotta crash into them from the side, I guess. Yeah. Y'all take that, homies. I'm in 5th place. Oh, I was trying to crash into that guy and I messed up. If I can get better at turning, I'll be pretty good at this game. Oh, that was not bad right there. It's not gonna be a trip to the podium for me, but oh gosh. What am I stuck on? What is this? Oh no, oh no, no. Aw, that sucks. I ended up at 6 because of that crap. This is fun. I'm gonna keep this one. I want to play some more of this. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. I mean, the Nintendo 64 was so good for racing games. I guess the controller, that ugly controller, was set up for these types of games. I don't know. But yeah, definitely what I'm gonna keep. I really look forward to playing more and trying to get better at this game. We're about to be to the midway point with our third Nintendo 64 game here. I think this one's gray as well, the normal gray. It's always cool to get a, you know, a different colored Nintendo 64 cartridge. Like in my last box, I got one of the Turok games was like a black cartridge. So that was cool that they released the crazy colors. I think they started doing that when they started releasing all the crazy colored controllers maybe. Because like that was one cool thing about the Nintendo 64. You could have a cool color controller. You didn't have to stick with the normal gray. And then they started releasing like actual multicolored, you know, consoles as well, like orange and green and crazy stuff like that. They even had, some of them even look like the Game Boy Colors back in the day, where you can kind of see through inside and see the inner workings and stuff. So that was pretty cool. But anyways, the third Nintendo 64 game is Mike Piazza's Strike Zone. I missed out on this one as a kid. I heard about it. I think the only Nintendo 64 baseball game I played was the Triple Play game, I think with Sammy Sosa on it. I heard this one was a really good baseball game from back in the day. So I'm excited to get this one. Wow. That's 2 games in this box so far that I was definitely excited for ahead of time. And so I can't wait to pop this one in and check it out. I'm sure it's not going to hold up, you know, as well, you know, today, you know, it's definitely not going to be an MLB The Show from nowadays. But like I said, I've heard it's a good baseball game from the 64 era. And so can't wait to see what it's like. So let's pop it in and play it. Mike Piazza's Strike Zone is a baseball game licensed by Major League Baseball and was released for the Nintendo 64. It was developed by Devil's Thumb Entertainment and released on June 18, 1998 by GT Interactive. While being endorsed by Mike Piazza, Strike Zone represents all of the MLB players in the 1997-98 season. The game offers standard baseball gameplay with all 30 official stadiums, a choice of leagues to play for, and it also offers the player the option to design their own team and league, from the logo and uniforms all the way up to player abilities and appearance. So that's a really cool feature. The player can play a single game or a season of 15, 81, or 162 games, the World Series game, All-Star game, or compete in the Home Run Derby. So I had heard good things about this game, just, you know, on social media, like people reminiscing about it. The game received good previews before it came out, but when it was released, it was criticized for its graphics, few voice clips, continuous sound elements repeating themselves over and over, simple challenges, and unrealistic home run hitting. Despite reading that though, I was excited to play it myself and see if it's something that I would, you know, want to keep in my collection, even though I don't foresee myself playing a lot of it in the future because, you know, with the current MLB The Show games, it's like, why would you go back to an old baseball game? But if it's a cool game, you know, I would keep it as a part of my collection. Getting into the game, I could definitely see why the graphics were criticized. But then again, the graphics were not very good on the Nintendo 64. I'm sure back then, though, when I played my 64, I was like, man, these graphics are awesome. I don't see it getting any better. And it did. It got really, really better. My 64 is messed up. All right, let's try this again with Mike Piazza's Strike Zone. My Nintendo 64, I don't know if it's overheating, but it'll cut on for a while and then it'll automatically reset itself like after a few minutes. So I had to go to YouTube to find a video so I can see what this game was like. I did get to play it a little bit earlier, so that was good. It was enough for me to form my thoughts and opinions about it, but I wanted to give you guys some gameplay footage, so here we go. So my thoughts about this game, as you guys watch the gameplay footage, I don't think I'm going to keep this one. I mean, with current like MLB The Show, you know, that game, I really love playing MLB The Show, and you know, having these modern baseball games, these old ones just don't hold up. I'm sure I would have had a lot of fun with this game as a kid, but it's just so slow. I don't know if you can change the camera angle when you're batting and hitting, but I don't like the camera angle. I don't like that kind of crooked offset angled, you know, view. But as I can't play mine right now, I don't know if I can change the options, and change the camera view. Like I would like a different view, but I mean, this game just moves so slowly. I don't know if I'm swinging at strikes or balls, you know, or even watching it. I can't tell if a pitch going to be a strike or a ball. And I think that has to do with the camera angles to a certain extent. Yeah, it'll be hard for me to go back and play this game when I can just pop in MLB The Show 23. Is that what they're on? Yeah. Not going to keep this one, but back in the day, it probably would have been fun for me. And with it being a Nintendo 64 game, I mean, the graphics are just awful. The Nintendo 64 did not age well. I mean, these sprites are so pixelated, so blurred, you know, but like if this was a good game, I wouldn't care about the graphics. Like, you know, I have Episode 1 Racer. Love that game. I will still play that game from time to time. I would love a remake of that game. Even though, you know, the graphics are crap, I'll still play through that game because it's fun. But this one just doesn't seem fun to me, even when I got to play it for a little bit and watching it. I do have to say this, though. The home run derby section was kind of fun. It was probably the best part of this game. But playing an exhibition game, playing against a computer, playing against somebody else, I don't like... Yeah, I don't think it'd be that fun. It's just too slow moving and not for me when I can play a modern baseball game. All right, we got 2 more games left, so I'm going to start with that jewel case game first. I'm trying to make sure there's not anything else in the box. So this is 2 boxes in a row. I didn't get a 1-up card, and I think this is the first time I've gone 2 boxes in a row. I just had a feeling when I bumped it up to the 5-up that they were going to stop doing that. It's like they kind of wanted me. They were like, you got 4-up, we're going to give you an extra game nearly every other month, so that way maybe you might consider the 5-up. So I was thinking I was going to get 6 games from time to time, and so far in 2 boxes it hadn't happened, but we'll see if it happens, you know, eventually. But the 4th game we got here, jewel case game, you guys are going to see it before I see it. I can kind of see it reflected in my camera. It is a Dreamcast game, so we did get a Dreamcast game. It is called, what the heck? Trislon? Or Trilcion? I don't know how to say this. I've never heard of this game before. Trilcion. If you're familiar with this game, you're probably looking at me like, this dude doesn't even know how to pronounce this. It's weird. It's Trilce, or is that? Yeah, that's gotta be. They did 2 different L's here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me hold it back. But you see here, where's my finger? TR, and then that's an I, definitely. And then next to it, that looks like an L, but then they did the L differently here. So I don't know what this is. But it's a Dreamcast game, so let's check it out and see if we like it. This is weird. I don't know anything about this one. Let's play it. So I realized I've been saying the title of this game wrong. Looking up information about it, I discovered that it's called Azkhalon. So that actually makes sense. I didn't know how to say it, but anyways, Azkhalon, or simply known as Pin in Europe, is a video game where you participate in a triathlon. That's just so funny to me. A triathlon is similar to a real-world triathlon. Triathlons consist of 3 separate sporting styles in one game: running, sliding, and swimming. These 3 things combine to make a race where everyone competes for first place. Both the sliding and swimming parts are raced by tapping and holding the action button in a rhythmic motion to maintain a smooth flowing pace, while the running section is controlled simply with the analog stick, also with the ability to jump and charge into other competitors. This game just seems so silly to me. The playable characters include the Pin, Sparky and Tina, the Pin Hippo, Ballery, the Pin Shark, Jaw, the Pin Walrus, Back, the Pin Octopus, Sneak, the Pin Dog, Mr. Bo, or Bow, and the unknown species, Hanamizu. Oh man, like, I always wonder what certain developers are on, or, you know, just what is their thought process behind creating a game like this? I don't know, but from the looks of it, I mean, it looks pretty fun, so I'm kind of already up in the air about if I'm going to keep this or not. So when I checked Dreamcast to receive Dreamcast games from Video Games Monthly, I forgot that I had not purchased an HDMI converter to be able to record footage from my Dreamcast, and so I had to go to YouTube and find a video. But I mean, this game looks pretty fun and entertaining, and very silly, so like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or not. I think this would be a great game to play with friends, maybe. So I might keep this one. I was really thinking, you know, when I first received it, that I was gonna get rid of it and trade it in for something, but I don't know. I might keep this. It's very quirky. Plus, I gotta try it out for myself, you know. So I'll probably, after recording this, you know, actually play it some myself off camera just to kind of see if I like it and see how it controls, because that'll be the biggest thing. I like how the race has like obstacles, you know, in your way and different things like that, so it's just not like a typical triathlon. I mean, the graphics are not too terrible for this game. They're actually pretty decent. This game looks a lot better than Nintendo 64 graphics. I mean, the Dreamcast was a good console. I know it didn't, you know, sell well back in the day or whatever, but I loved having a Dreamcast. I played mine all the time when I was younger. Played a lot of sports games, like the first versions of NBA 2K, of course. And I played a lot of Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation with it as well. But it was fun times. I really liked my Dreamcast. I think I might keep this game. Sometimes you need a little silly game like this to take your mind off of real life. Definitely, that's what video games are made for. But also when you need a break from more serious games or more challenging games or whatever. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one. So Pin try Azkhalon. When I received this, I never thought I would like this game, but I'm itching to play it. All right, it's sad time, because now we've reached the final game for this month's box, and now that I'm on top of my boxes again, we gotta wait a whole nother month to the month of October before we get our next box. So let's see what this last game is. I'm betting it's GameCube, definitely. So let's see what game we got for the GameCube here. Our only GameCube game this episode, which I've been wanting to collect more and more GameCube games because they're harder to find. So I might for October just do GameCube only, but I kind of want to get some more Dreamcast games as well, because currently, if I decide to keep the one that I just got, currently I only have one Dreamcast game, and that's Tomb Raider and The Last Revelation. So anyways, GameCube game here, bump my mic, make sure everything's good here, is bam. 4x4 Evo 2, never heard of this. Looks like a racing game. Looks interesting on the back. Got a bunch of tracks, some Nintendo GameCube exclusive tracks. Like you're racing off-road, obviously, so you're in like these all-terrain vehicles and trucks and SUVs and stuff. So I'm like holding it off camera, my bad. Let's pop this one in. I'm not super excited about this one either, because, you know, I'm a huge Forza Horizon fan, and, you know, just nothing at this point can top those games for me. I don't care what anybody says, but this might be a good one. Might be a little gem from the Nintendo GameCube. So let's pop it in, check it out. 4x4 Evo 2, also known as 4x4 Evolution 2, is a racing video game developed by Terminal Reality for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, and Microsoft Windows. It is the sequel to the 4x4 Evolution game and features more trucks and more racing tracks than the original game. The courses are primarily in extreme environments such as deserts, canyons, and other off-road locales. Players are allowed to customize their vehicle to their liking with a variety of engines, suspensions, wheels, tires, and other aftermarket parts and modifications. Interesting fact, the PlayStation 2 version of this game was exclusively released in Europe for unknown reasons, whereas the Mac and GameCube versions were exclusively released in North America. I don't know why that is. Did more Europeans have a PlayStation 2 back in the day? I don't know. That's kind of weird though, and I thought that was an interesting fact to share with you guys. The game received mixed or average reviews, with one reviewer saying it has a lot of options but not enough gameplay to back it up. I like how in this game you have the option of using the triggers to accelerate or brake, or you can use the C button. So I thought that was pretty cool. I, of course, used triggers because that's what I'm used to in modern racing games. Pretty cool little racing game, pretty straightforward. The controls are not too difficult at all. I thought they were going to be weird since I'm not used to the GameCube controller. One thing though is if you run into something, you get stuck for a moment. I kind of actually like that, because even some of the modern games like Forza, you can run through some stuff, go through it like it's nothing. I don't get the arrow above, like where it's pointing to. Like sometimes it was red and pointing behind me, and then sometimes it's green and pointing ahead. I mean, it seems like a compass, so maybe it's telling me the direction I need to go, but like if I continue straight on the track, I'm going in the right direction. Sometimes it seems like I'm going in the wrong direction. That was a little confusing. I'm probably going to keep this game too. It adds another GameCube game to my library, and this is kind of fun. Like, I know I have modern racing games, but I kind of want to learn this one a little bit and get better at it. I don't know. I like certain racing games. And I mean, nothing can top the Forza Horizon series for me. Those games are just gorgeous and beautiful. But I don't know, there's something about playing an older racing game sometimes. I don't know, that I just want to like throw in and play, you know, when I just got some time and I don't feel like really competing in a overly simulated game, because, you know, I'm pretty good with the Forza Horizon games, but they can be tough, especially if you change the difficulty. Whereas the older racing games just seem like they had more of an arcade feel to them, even when they were trying to be more simulaty. I don't know if anything that I'm saying or that I've said in the past like half a minute or so made any sense, but there you go. You can make sense out of it however you want to. All right. If you're new to my unboxing videos, this is the point in the video where I go to pricecharting.com and I tell you guys the total value of the games that I received, and I let you know if I'm overvalued or undervalued. So I lied to you guys earlier, and I'm stupid. I can't even remember how much I pay each month. But for the 5-up box, I pay $44.99 a month, okay? Not $50-something like whatever I said at the beginning of the video. So that's roughly, you know, $9 a game. So you kind of want each game to be at least around $9 in value. If it's a little under, then hopefully you have a game that's overvalued. And so even though I got a few things I was kind of like about, a couple of games that I was really excited to get and add to my collection, I am happy to say that I am overvalued for this month. The total value of my box is $48.56. So I'm about $4 or so overvalued for this month. So not bad. And that's the thing about this subscription service. I know a few people have commented on previous videos, you know, they're kind of unsure about it, not necessarily hating it, but they're kind of like, felt like you don't really get, you know, good games. And sometimes you don't get games that you end up enjoying and stuff like that. But one cool thing about that is you can turn around and you can flip those. Like I have a local retro game store out in Athens, Alabama, which is about 20 minutes away from my house or so, called Daily Games. And the guy there, and I don't know his name, and I go there so often and we chat a lot. I need to learn his name, but the guy there is really cool. He gives you at least about half for what the game is worth, which is better than a lot of places around this area that, you know, you can go in and, you know, get store credit and stuff for your retro games. So I always visit him, and I mean, you can, you know, get store credit and end up, you know, buying some stuff that you like. I added a bunch of games to my collection so far by doing that, by taking these video games, monthly games that I receive that I don't want to be a part of my collection, taking it to him, getting the store credit, and buying some stuff either that same day or later that I really want. So that's the beauty of this box, and you don't know what you're gonna get. So for me, that's the cool part about it, like that whole mystery, like wondering like what games am I gonna get this time. You know, I love that. I enjoy that, but I know that's not for everybody. So if you're on the fence about this and you can't decide, like, I don't know if I want to spend the money for this, is it worth it? I've been overvalued for all of my boxes except for maybe 2 or 3. I think 3 at the most. And I've been doing this for a year and a couple of months. So I've had about what, 14, 15 boxes, and I've been undervalued 2 or 3 times. So I feel like that's not terrible. And I was only undervalued by a few bucks. Okay. It's not, you know, anything major, but I've been overvalued way more so than undervalued. And so some of my boxes have more than made up for, you know, whenever I was undervalued. So I feel that it is worth it. And you do get some gems from time to time. Like I got Popful Mail on the Super Famicom in one of my boxes. I got a Tomb Raider, like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think it's that one. One of the, you know, the newer games in the newer trilogy. I got a Steelbook from that, and so that was really cool. So you do get a couple of, you know, hidden gems and stuff like that from time to time. So I feel like it's worth it. I'm gonna keep having this subscription service, but I just wanted to say that for those of you who might be kind of like, I don't know if this is for me, and it may not be. Okay, you know, you spend your money however you want to, but I like doing this, and I like the mystery of seeing what I get. And you know, if it's something that I don't necessarily care for, either selling it on eBay or taking it and flipping it at a retro game store that's near my house. So anyways, this was another Video Games Monthly unboxing video for September 2023. If you did like this video, then hit that like button. More Video Games Monthly unboxing videos coming from me in the near future. Oh, I want to say this really quickly too for those of you who are on the fence. Floyd, I think that's his name, who kind of, I guess, created this. I don't know. I've heard his name mentioned multiple times, but him and his crew, they are amazing people as well. Like, if you get duplicate games and it's their fault, they will take care of it for you. They've hooked me up with a free t-shirt before because I've been posting about, you know, my unboxing videos on social media. They've even checked out a few of my unboxing videos of their content, so they're really cool people. So that's another thing for me. Like, if they were rude buttholes, like, I probably wouldn't have this subscription service. But the fact that their customer service was really awesome, they take care of you. They're like T-Mobile. Like, that's why I have T-Mobile for a cell phone service. I love their customer service. They may not have the best cell phone service. They've gotten a lot better over the years, by the way. They might not be as good as Verizon, you know, and stuff like that, but I hate Verizon. I've been in a local Verizon store twice, and both times nobody has offered to help me. And I've considered switching to Verizon from time to time. But because of that crap right there, I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with T-Mobile because they are awesome people. Sometimes being awesome people, you know, causes me to partake in your services than when you're not. I don't want to work with buttholes. But anyways, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about the unboxing video. Have you played any of the games that I received? Did you like the games that I received? Did you hate the games I received? Do you want to bash the unboxing service? I don't know. Drop me a comment below. Just let me know your thoughts. I'll respond to every comment that I see. And if I ever miss one, it's because YouTube didn't give me a notification for it. But I try to go back through and try to check and make sure I didn't miss any. So drop me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new around here, check out all of my content. In addition to unboxing videos like Video Games Monthly, I do gaming Let's Plays on my channel. I do streams from time to time on my channel. I do gaming shorts and gaming trailer reaction videos. And I've started a retro gaming playthrough series. Hopefully that episode will be out before this one. So, offering a variety of content with gaming on my channel. So if you're digging the content, definitely hit that subscribe button. Join the growing Azkhalon community today. It's an amazing community, and I'm so happy of the community that we've built here because you guys have contributed to that. It's not just me. I make the content, but you guys interact and you guys respond to poll questions and stuff like that. You guys are shaping this community. Discord coming soon, by the way. Speaking of Discord, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/Azkhalon. For $1 per month, you can get early access to certain videos. You can get Patreon only updates, and I got a Discord channel server, whatever it's called, coming really soon. So for $1 a month, you can get all of those beautiful perks. I have other tiers over there that offer more stuff like discounts on my merch, which I do have merch, Azkhalonmerch.com. Go get you a t-shirt, mug, or a cell phone case, whatever you want with Azkhalon stuff on it. You can get discounts on merch. You can get free merch. So patreon.com/Azkhalon if you're considering supporting the channel for as low as $1 per month, which is the change in your sofa cushions. I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and Threads. Almost always forget Threads because I'm not very active on there, but I'm on all 5. You can follow me. My name is Azkhalon on all of those, so follow me on those sites for additional information that you may or may not see in my videos. My wife and I have a YouTube channel together called Team Rixie where we post taste test videos and vacation videos. Go subscribe to the Team Rixie channel. We do Disney stuff, Universal Studios stuff. We do taste test videos, so go check it out. And our Instagram page is team_Rixie where we post vacation pictures. All right, I will see you guys in another video, whatever video that may be. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. And if you hit that subscribe button, thank you so much for joining the Azkhalon community. I love each and every one of my Azkhalonians. And as we continue to grow, it's just so amazing seeing more and more people that, you know, find my channel and leave some awesome comments letting me know how much you appreciate the content that I'm producing, because I'm like my own biggest critic. Like, sometimes I'm like, that was awful. That was bad. But there are people that are enjoying it, and so this is why I do it, you know, getting to interact with people, and hopefully you guys can enjoy my passion, my hobby that I have for video games. I may not be the most knowledgeable about video games, you know, I don't look into like a bunch of the lore and different things for games and how the consoles are made and graphics and stuff like that. I'm just a 38-year-old man. I'm almost middle-aged. I guess I am middle-aged. I don't know. I'm just a 38-year-old man who enjoys playing video games, and I do it on camera for you guys. But anyways, y'all take care. I'll see you in another video. Peace.